How's it going, everyone? Back with another stream today. We're going to be kind of continuing off last stream. Rounsley, one of my mods in Twitch, a very avid Abzan player, kind of brewed up his own version of Urza Saga with Abzan. And he was very all in on like artifacts because I think there's like 5 artifact lands, that come into play duels that are artifacts. Esper Sentinels, and yeah, like Shadow Spear 2 to 4, and Urza Saga felt very very powerful. I think the mana base was very very shaky, and I think it's one of those like low floor high ceiling kind of builds where, you can make a construct that's like a 5/5, right? Like it's so like it makes Urza Saga so good, but at the same time like. You'll have a hand where you can't cast your spells on curve, and then that's the downside of having those come into play tap land. So this is kind of just more of kind of less geared towards the Urza Saga and more mid range again, but then still with Urza Saga, right? So I still have Urza Saga in mind. So it's 24 lands. I know. I've seen a lot of Urza Saga's lists like kind of skimp on the lands, but like since these are colorless sources, it is really rough. So like in this type of Lurrus build, I'd play 22 lands, right? So I kind of wanted to make sure I have enough mana sources to be able to cast my spells. I know it wasn't that much of an impact, but I kind of want to see how a 24 land build would play just because of the fact that Urza Saga doesn't generate mana. And I want to make sure I have enough colored sources to cast my spells consistently. So of note, I think the most important card to note is Urborg because this also lets our Urza Sagas, tap for color mana, and black mana being the most color intensive, i.e. the Dauthi Voidwalkers. This is where hopefully the Urborg helps. So on the note with like Urza Saga, we're gonna go over the artifacts package here where we have 4 Mistress Bauble that also combos with the Lurrus. We have 8 fetches, 4 Marsh Flats and 4 Verdant Catacombs to give us our Scrytrick effect. On top of that, we have 4 Esper Sentinels. I haven't found a 1-drop in our colors that is kind of worthy of a slot. Hex Shrinker is just not that great right now with so many answers to it like Solitude, Fury, Teferi, Brazen Borrower, etc., etc. I think I'm gonna try more Esther Sentinel, just because it synergizes with Urza Saga. There's just more artifacts to grow the construct, and that's just a 1-drop to bring back. The card that I want to test is a portable hull. I usually have 3 prismatic endings. Those who we pay attention to my Abzan list, but I'm gonna take out the 3rd prismatic ending and have a portable hull. Just have more artifacts. It's also just like a 1-mana efficient removal spell, right? So we'll see how this goes. I'm kind of having reservations on it, but I do want to test it just to increase the artifact count since we did remove the artifact lands from Rounds' list. There's also a mid-deck Spellbomb, which is going to be decent. I could also see Soulgate Lantern. It just depends on how much ley lines there are that we see. So that is the argument for Soulgate Lantern, but I just like Spellbombs just because it can cantrip and exile Hollow Graveyard at the same time. Last spell I see in the artifact package there is a Springleaf Drum. This is a card that I feel like I missed when I was playing Rounsley's list. I feel like, in combination with like Esper Sentinel and Dark Confidants that like don't, necessarily always attack, but we also don't want to block with them either. We can kind of generate more value there with Springleaf Drum, right? So we can like tap the creature and make mana. And this is kind of one of the things I missed where like, well, we can like, tap out for an Urza Saga construct, and then we kind of like don't really do much. But then like if we get a drum, and then we can make mana for the construct and like tap out for like a push or something, right? So those are things that I've been thinking about. So we're definitely testing the Springleaf Drum. I do have my reservations on it, and maybe because we have 24 lands, maybe we don't need the Springleaf Drum. But again, we're just testing this build out. I think the 6 Discur spells, 3 pushes, 2 prismatic games are kind of stock. I do like the 3 Dark Confidants. Just as sources of card advantage. 2 Dauthi Voidwalkers, I think they're just very, very good. We do need to kind of fill this void in the 2-drop slot. I think 2 Voidwalkers are going to be very, very good. On top of the 4 Tarmogoyfs plus Shadow Spear has just been a fantastic combo that I realized. Like, that combo of just like Urza Saga, Shadow Spear, Tarmogoyf is just like so good. Like that, just seeing how it wins games by itself. Decay is just like another removal spell that's instant speed. That's a little bit more versatile than just a straight up push. It can answer like Alpine Moons, Rest in Pieces, etc., etc. Witherbloom Command is kind of a flex slot that I just want to test, just as a way to kind of recur Urza Saga. I don't think it's that great in straight mid range shell, but there is value to return sagas back, I think, with the Witherbloom Command. So it's just something else I'm also testing. And two guys Guile main. I really like the Kai's Guiles. These are just a fantastic card in the meta right now. In the sideboard, I think I kind of have just kind of a decently stock list in terms of like, obviously we have the Lurrus, we have a piece of Yard Hate. Alan Liberator I think is pretty, bunch of luck in my sideboards. Hushbringer is great in combination with Tupperward. I have essentially 3 Torpor effects, and I just run my third to just be able to attack. So, and Torpor also just grows our constructs, so I'm kind of leaning towards like Needle, Torpor, Engineer Explosives, these kind of artifacts to kind of can just throw out there, put on the battlefield, and then make these constructs bigger. 2 Brutalities for burn. This is kind of a blind side for this deck because of the colorless sources, we are kind of fetch shocking more. Brutality against like burn is going to be a big blind spot for the deck, so we have two Brutalities there for that matchup. Strath Magistrate for Cascade, Living In, etc., etc. Lingering Souls because you don't have room for it main, and this is just, you know, a great mid-range card. I've main decked it before, but in this kind of Urza Saga list, I think this card synergizes the least with it, and since we have Shadow Spear, we want to make sure our creatures are big and beefy that we can, you know, trample over and gain a bunch of life. Pithing Needle is another Urza Saga target. I think it's definitely worth a slot, at least in the 75. Last but not least, we have a Vindicate just to be able to have a versatile removal spell. Again, this is all just the testing phase. This is something that I kind of just threw together, so hopefully we can get some good data out of it. Time to scope out this. How's it going, Fluffy? YouTube. It's funny because a lot of people actually, like, when I meet on Moto, they'll actually be like, "You were on Fluffy's stream that one time, right?" And I was like, "Yes." So it's kind of funny. How's it going, Ocean Infinity? Given that you have so many ways to free tutor for Bauble off of Saga or have it in the and get rid of the boom, would you ever trim down to 3 baubles? I don't think so. Because you're never. I honestly, based on my my one lead that I played with Urza Saga, I like 90% of the time I fetch Shadow Spear. Just because you're making constructs, you want to equip and you just want to end the game. You're kind of fetching Bauble just because you're like there's nothing else to really tutor for. And Bauble is just such a powerful card just to be able to scry check in colors that, you know, we don't have expressive iteration, we have anything like that to filter our draws. So I think it's a little bit more important to have, you know, Mistress Bauble and Abzan specifically because of the fact that, you know, we can take any free card filtering that we can get. I mean, to be fair, I guess you were never on my stream, we were on your stream, right? So it makes sense. Not that you need my stream to have people recognize you. I'm gonna greedily keep this hand. They're a Lurrus deck. But like if this is like Hammer, we have like so much interaction. If they're like a discard deck, we're gonna get punished on bobbling. But I think I'm going to bobble them. Ragavan. Yeah, my laptop unfortunately has gotten a lot like very like sensitive and just. Oh, that's a pretty decent hand. I think we have to take the Ragavan and then push the other Ragavan. Yeah, unfortunately, like my laptop is like the fan has gone like insane. I don't know what happened. What's they're gonna play Ragavan here? It's I don't know how to fix it. It's the fan just goes crazy. Oh, god damn it. Well, I wish we drew a land there. And drawing a drum is kind of a kick in the teeth, I think. We're going to play on Drowned. I'm going to push main phase. Elegant Dillian. Yeah, I do stream on a laptop because I was I was at a point where I was thinking about getting a PC, but um, I wanted to be able to like carry my like computer around. Just because of like the work from home situation, I wasn't sure if I needed to like be able to move my computer in case my fiance wanted to come to the office. So no, they're drawing bobble. It's kind of awkward. I know, right? Clean up the fan area. Yeah, maybe I should. Because it is kind of, I think, over a year now. Hold on. Yeah, maybe after I stream, I'll clean up the fan area. Opponent is, yeah. This drum is like really awkward now. Unfortunately, I mean we kept the one lander, and this is kind of what we get for keeping one lander. But if we draw another land, like you can go like drum sentinel thoughtseize. So like if we draw a land, like we can kind of go off here. Yeah, I guess I should be a little more diligent with keeping my laptop up like maintained. So we know all the contents of their hand. Opponent is playing really slow. So I have drown. Please draw land. Of course. Of course. So I wonder if they'll drown this. They probably will. So we'll probably save this Thoughtseize for when they put Lurrus in hand. Their hand is Mire, Drown, Heat, Unknown. We're still in a decent spot though. We just need to draw a land. Oh, jeez. That's not good. Oh, they took our Concealed Courtyard. Awkward. Do we just play the Sentinel out just to get it drowned? I guess so, huh? How's it going, Lascar? We're doing, buddy. We're just gonna get something drowned here. We kind of have to like, oh, okay. I mean, if they want to spend a heat on it, I'm also okay with that too. Did they shock? I think they did. Okay. They spent a bolt on it. Okay. So they can still dash Ragavan, unfortunately. And still hold up drown. Oh. I guess I should upkeep them just in case they drew draw a discard spell. So let's portable here. Do this. I'll upkeep bubble them. Death Shadow. Unfortunate. It'd be nice to draw lands, though. That'd be great. Stringfield Evros refugees. That's funny. Okay. So they have Drown, Heat, Unknown. I guess I lead on Inquisition, take the Drown. And then I guess I could play Esper Sentinel. You're exactly right, Thillian. You're exactly right. So the hand is Heat Unknown. You're exactly right. We still don't have a green source, but we do have the Springleaf Drum if somehow the Springleaf Drum survives. Okay. So if we can draw a land here, this Kaya's Gal should be very good. The hand is one unknown. I'm assuming that I put Lurrus in hand. Yep. So we have Lurrus in hand. So we go to 6. Thing is, like, since we don't have a removal spell for it, we gotta hope that we can. How's it going, Mortali? Hope you're doing well, buddy. Oh, do we want to die to just a shock land or a fetch land? Because we could shock in and Kaya's Guile them with the Lurrus on the stack. But we have to answer those Lurrus, right? I think we have to go for the high play. How's it going, Stella? Because like otherwise, like, this Lurrus also just kills us. Yeah, I think we have to go Thoughtseize Drum. I think we have to play to win here. And hope to dodge a Shockland, dash Ragavan, etc., etc. And then I probably... Oh. Okay, so we were dead either way. Got it. Okay. Well, we just never drew a land there, so can't get too mad about that. What about the Thoughtseize? That's another card that, like, fucks, like, Hex Drinker. I mentioned why we have Esper Sentinels instead, is, like, Dress Down. Dress Down is just so brutal. I remember, like, at FNM, I played against a Grixis Dress Down deck, and it was, like, Dress Down, Archmage's Charm, and I'm like, a Thing in the Ice, I'm like, how the hell do I beat this deck with Hex Drinkers in it? Like, awful. And a deck full of Drown in the Locks, like, I kind of want to just, like... Do we just cut the drum? Guess so. 2 Spell Bombs is okay. Portable Hole. This answer is Monkey, and that's about it. Maybe Vindicate's too clunky. Maybe we keep 2 discard spells and just cut the Vindicate. I think this is fine. Never seen Magic before, so I hoped into a random story. Welcome, Stella. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Hope this is interesting you. This is definitely not your typical Magic deck, though. I definitely play like a niche deck, so this is like not what you typically see in Modern. I'm also trying kind of a new deck too, so. I still think that line is correct, though. Like, we just lose to Lurrus, right? So this is where I wish I had a Triome. I don't have a Triome in the deck, and I think that is noteworthy. But I do think I need one. Yeah, we're running no Triomes. Just the mana base is just kind of awkward. But I do like on like seeing these kind of hands. I kind of do want to try them. Okay. It could be just that. That's the second Gala Shrine could just be a triumph. Land. 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 Do I want to get Saga going? I don't think so yet. Yeah, that's exactly why I have my reservations on it. Last God, I definitely don't like. I had a bunch of people ask me like why I don't run Saga, and like just it's 3 colors in Saga just awful. But this is kind of an experiment that I'm trying after my last league where one of my mods made an Abzan Saga list and it felt okay. I think I want to play the Urborg here, play Tarmogoyf. Next turn, go Tarmogoyf, hold up, push, and then the following turn I can start Sagaing. So I don't think I want to start Sagaing next turn. So I'm going to play the Goy first. What's funny is if this person actually does snipe, though. That'd be really funny. I'd be dead. Well, now this plays like not well into a drown that they could potentially have. We're going to attack first because you can normally play a creature into a drown. But we're actually just going to do this and pass. They could drown this. So it might be just best to actually just play our spells. And I think it's better just to play out a Goy probably. Oh, Fluffy, thanks for the sub, buddy. Appreciate it. Thank you for the Prime sub. Yeah, because if they don't drown this, they're going to drown the Goy. So it's better just to play it out. And then we just have no board presence. I agree, Ocean. But like you could cut a Saga and run 23 lands, but I just feel like do I want a 4th Saga or like a spell? And I think I kind of want the 4th Saga, right? Because I'm not cutting a spell for Saga. You know what I mean? Or I'm sorry, I'm not cutting a colored source for Saga. I'm cutting like a spell for Saga, right? And it's like, do I want the 20? Do I want the 4th Saga or a spell? And I think I want a 4th Saga. Oh my goodness, last God, thank you for the sub. Really appreciate it. Appreciate all the subs. Thank y'all. It's that prime time. Hope y'all enjoy the newly added Rhino sub badges. My fiance was working on it. Oh, that's annoying. I think I dashed Ragavan here. Oh, okay. Oh my. Okay. I love this card. So they have a drown. I'm gonna make a Saga here, but I kind of wish or sorry, a Construct here, but I really wish I actually kept my Springleaf drum in the deck. How's it going, Liza? Hope you're doing well, buddy. I mean, it's just a little 1/1, you know? What are you gonna do? Oh, that's brutal. That's brutal. Sure. Absolutely brutal. Oh, nice. Congrats, buddy. That's awesome. Since they're at 1, I don't think I need a Shadow Spear. I might just get a Spell Bomb. Congrats. Hopefully it treats you well, of course. So they have 2 cards in hand. Pay to land. Lurrus. We're gonna probably crack this now. Just ooh. Play the Voidwalker. They have a drown, that sucks, but we got destroyed. We got stuck on 1 land, so I kept the 1 lander with like 3 or 4 discard spells in it, so okay. It does pay more. That's awesome. That's always a good sign, you know. Okay. So I'm gonna decay this. I don't want them to like rip an Inquisition or something, and then I'm like naked. Oh baby. So I'm gonna make them sack and make a 1/1. And I'm gonna do this now to play around drown. Sack make a 1/1. So now they need to draw a removal spell, or they lose. And then if we draw land, we can go with the Voidwalker plus Lurrus. Yeah, I kind of want a drum, right? Because if we had a drum in play, we could like tap this for mana and play the Voidwalker. I don't think we can cut drum now that I think about it. Like just kind of seeing how these games play out, like having a drum in play makes like we can just double spell easier, you know? Okay. Yeah, exactly, Thillian. I'm assuming that removal spell. Okay. Play Voidwalker. So same predicament. They need to draw a removal spell or they die, or they could dash a Ragavan and find a removal spell. If that'd be bad. Oh, that's fair. But I mean, like, we can also just attack the and I guess that makes sense if you want to play around them also having Voidwalker, and they top deck as a balker, so like that makes sense. So that does make sense. I kind of want the drum in. No, you're right. I do see the upside, and the upside is like if they play exactly Dauthi Voidwalker, right? Like then they have a blocker, and we all of a sudden just can't do anything, right? And then it brings us like all of a sudden like we go from way ahead to like a top deck war. So that's a very good point, more to light. Do you want to see the last discard spell? It's kind of awkward. Maybe we just cut the Witherbloom command. This is an answer to Monkey, but like it's not an answer on the draw though. Yeah, I don't hate you. Or a second bomb. Maybe. Yeah, I think maybe or a second bomb just because we can tutor for it too. Man, that dress down is just brutal. Like, dress down is just so brutal against my deck. Like, against a Tarmogoyf Hex Shrinker deck. We don't play Hex Shrinker, but, like, now that we play Construct, so we're just as vulnerable to dress down. Cool. We have all these. Discard spell? Yep. Which one do you want, buddy? Which one do you want? It's good. This is a decent, and depending on how their hand there is, for how I can't talk, how their hand is shaping up, like, these two cards are really annoying, especially the Sentinel. The Sentinel is less annoying on the play from their point of view. But, like, if they are, like, stuck on 2 lands and they want to double spell, this also obviously hinders them, right? So, but if they have, like, a single threat, obviously the push is kind of the take here. Also, we just have Urza Saga just looming, so especially Lingering Souls too. Appreciate everyone turning and hanging out, though. I know this is a lot of viewers tuning in. I just want to thank Fluffy Wolf and The Last God for the resubs. Y'all are amazing. We appreciate the support. Tanking on this Inquisition, as I should be. It's a pretty, like, if I saw this hand, like, in a vacuum, like, with no context with, like, my hand, like, this is a pretty tough hand. So, just in the tank. In the tank, Rhino. This Inquisition's, like, has really cool art, too. I actually kind of prefer this over the original art. You are the good guy in every match, most definitely. I'm attacking with 1/1s. I have to be the good guy in the match. I attack with 1/1s that's not elves. They took the Esper Sentinel. Okay. Did not want to draw a land there. No more lands deck. That'd be great. A non-Lurrus lawful neutral? Sure. Is that what they say nowadays? It sucks that this gets drowned. I really wish I drew that. But what are you gonna do? Oh, sure. I mean, they took the Sentinel, so the fact that we drew it is kind of promising. So next time I'm going to play Saga and then play Lingering Souls. So they don't know about the March Flats, but they know about 4 of my 5 cards. Okay. So we're going to push the Ragavan here. Ah! Ragavan and then EE. Okay, I'm not going to push the Ragavan anymore. Interesting. They know we have Saga and they put E on 1 and played a Ragavan. What is in their hand? I don't understand. I'm just gonna play a broken card from Modern Horizons 2 and I'm gonna cast a broken card from Boomer Town and then pass the turn. I don't know what to say. Very sus. Yeah, I mean, this was before they played the E, right? And it's like I guess there's argument for not pushing, even if they didn't play the E, but I guess I should save the push for the Lurrus too, so maybe that's just 100% incorrect too. Block. Huh. That's decent. Why don't I get the other saga going? I can make a construct here. It goes to 1. I kind of want to save the Urza saga until after. Yeah, I kind of want to just play the Urborg. And then pass. And then attack and then pass. I feel like they have some Death Shadows in hand, so maybe I shouldn't attack, but then I kind of just don't like sitting around. Because they still can't cast Shadows and Death Shadows anyway, and if they draw like a Fetch Shock, sure. Wow, they really don't like this Esper Sentinel. Like, they really don't like this Esper Sentinel. Especially because we're going to tutor a 1-drop. Like, I don't know why they just not wait until I get... I guess I wouldn't get a Shadow Spear or anything into the EE, but... Kinda sus. I mean, I guess the Sentinel does, like, grow the construct, too. But... I don't know, it's still kind of sus. Okay. So if they drown this, I'm going to make a token on the block. Like, they just use their whole mana for a turn for not much value gained, right? Interesting. I did not know that. Ooh, combo. I don't think it matters if I make green or white. I think it's Nihil too. I'm just like thinking if I want to flashback Lingering Souls this turn or not. Like we know they have at least one EE, right? Do we want to play into another EE? I think the answer is yes. Because like we also have the backup Saga and we have Withering Clan to bring it back. So I think we just get the Spell Bomb and flashback Lingering Souls. And they still can't cast Death Shadow here. Darcy. Lurrus, sure. Another saga. Okay. So we can attack with all. Make a construct. Push the Darcy. We could also like crack the spell bomb, and then we can weather build command, and then we can weather build command and give this -3/-1, and then crack the spell bomb, so there's no delay anymore. But I don't think I like that play. Yeah, I think I do too. Trying to be. I'm also thinking if I want to play Marsh Flats or Urza Saga, because I feel like next time we're gonna make this contract anyway. So I think it's the same play that we made last time, where we had the second Saga in hand. We just didn't play. We played the Urborg first. I think it's the same kind of thought process here. So let's attack. Yeah, so we'll make the token. And then we'll do the damage here, and then we can crack Spellbomb and draw. So we get the most damage in, and we don't have to like crack the Spellbomb now. Yeah. Sure. So I have Lurrus Unknown. Okay. We just kill everything. One, two, 3. Yeah, we just kill everything. I guess we'll just get a Shadow Spear. Just for future reference. So we'll Wither Bloom. Well, -2/-2 and Drain too. Sack. Exile. Oh yeah, if this was -2/-2, it'd be absurd. Urza Saga. Let's fucking go. This card's stupid. This card's stupid. Oh my god. I've officially joined the dark side, y'all. How's it going, Zero? How we doing, buddy? Ban Saga. This card does so much. I mean, you really do have to, like, I apologize for kind of playing so, because this is like my second league playing Urza Saga, and like I don't I think there's a lot of decision making where if you want to play saga, the second saga, or if you want to, you know, play a land and then play the saga after. And I think I got the most value out of saga by waiting to play the second saga both times. So if I was playing so, I apologize. But I really wanted to make sure I was doing that correctly. Another Lurrus deck. Yeah, so I'll go land, bobble, and then I'm gonna bobble trick myself at the end of our opponent's turn in case they play a discard spell. Or they just don't do anything at all. If I see a land, I'm gonna keep it on top. Sweet. I feel like I'm not gonna use this saga, unfortunately. I think I have to play Goyf here and fetch shock, unfortunately. No Turgan list? Yeah, there's a lot of the black mana is just too hard to make it work in this list, unfortunately. The Voidwalker. Well, we'll push this. We'll bobble them. They're drawing a bobble. Well, they didn't have a rules for the Tarmogoyf, so we're gonna play a bob here. And they're drawing bobble, so if they didn't have a remove, I mean, they might have a bolt for the Goyf, I guess, but yeah. So they had the bolt. Bobbling themselves. Pay the fetch land. Okay. Mardu. Gross. I guess here I just make a token. I think I just want to get the most value out of my saga here. I could like go Goy Thoughtseize, but I think I just like I don't want like if I can just make resources out of the saga, I'd rather just do that. I could go Witherbloom Command too, but I kind of want to save it. Put Lurrus in hand. Perfect. Now we get Thoughtseize that away. Land. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go construct. Get a drum here. And then we're gonna to play around a removal spell. We're gonna Inquisition here because I don't want them to like bolt this construct after like if I attack, right? Like in combat, if I attack with this one, they bolt this other one. That sucks, right? Oh, their hand is Garbaggio. Garbaggio. Sure. It's only gross because it's not Abzan. Why would you do such a thing? They took the Witherbloom command. Wow. Is their deck all foil? Wow, our opponent really loves Mardu. I respect it. Let's attack and play Goyf. Let's end the game. Yeah, this drum, like this game was just such a good corner case for why drum is good. Okay. Speaking of track. Colente, I apologize for not having Rhinos, but unfortunately they are unplayable in Modern now. I apologize. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, and I am the person that would. I'm very reluctant to say that, but it is what it is. We know their last card is this. I think I put Lurrus in hand. Because like they need a removal spell for this, and we have this, and it's just a lot to overcome. They played the Marsh flat, so it's game over. They flooded like crazy. Rhino equals no Lurrus, exactly. So Kalante, I know how you feel. I apologize, but I know how you feel. I went forward with Rhinos on my build. Nice, you're off. That's sick. What did we see? They kind of just flooded. It was like a bunch of discard spells, bolts, heats, and the only threat we saw was Dauthi Voidwalker. So I'm assuming they're white splashes for prismatic ending. And wear tear. So I'm assuming maybe we want the explosive still. Maybe I think we want the second spell bomb. Want the vindicate. The brutalities are a maybe. It kills Lurrus and Voidwalker. Hard to tell if they're on shadow or not. If they're on shadow, then I don't want brutalities. If they're only on like monkeys and Voidwalkers, then I kind of want the brutality. We're already boarding in 6 cards between the Lingering Souls, the 2 explosives, a spell bomb, and a vindicate. So maybe we just boarded all the thought seizes. Like what we did last game. The fact that they took the Wither Wound command just says a lot with their discard spell. So yeah, they were that. Yeah, they might have Cruxa. They most definitely have Darcy too, because they had Sacred Foundries are off. So they didn't have any white spells that they revealed, but they definitely do have a couple Sacred Foundries. So it's going on. Nice to catch you live for once. How's it going, Josh? Thanks for tuning in live. Appreciate it. I feel like it's always, at least me personally, when I watch streams, it's always fun watching live versus on YouTube. I actually like consume most of my content like live, even if it's just in the background. I actually don't watch much like streams on YouTube personally. I just like talking shit in chat. I think that's what makes it kind of fun for me personally. But welcome. Thank you for tuning in. If you're coming from YouTube, then I really appreciate it because I don't put that much effort into YouTube. I think it's because like that's not how I consume content, but I know a lot of people do, so I do put it on YouTube for that reason. Because I know a lot of people can't catch my streams live just because of the time zones and stuff. So if you do consume my YouTube content, I really appreciate it because I know I'm trying to get that thing going, but it's just been. Twitch is just so much more fun because I get to interact live, right? Like people get to talk to chat. So I really hope I draw land here because I need white mana for prismatic ending, green mana for Termaggoyf, and then just always I need black. I think I have to go Godless Shrine here. I think I can go Temple Garden. Can I go Temple Garden? We have more black sources that we could draw into. Oh boy. Jazz are all the cool goes that? Exactly. Do you like the green rhino, Fluffy Wolf? The one that's like terminally ill? Uh, I think I guess I just have to go Temple Garden just because we do have more black sources in the deck more than anything. We do have the Urborg too. So I think I'm going to do this. Just so I can guarantee I can curve out, and then I'll upkeep Bauble them. Just F6. Another Ragavan. That's awkward. So I'm assuming they're going to dash here. Oh, okay. Sure. We're luckily playing this Urza Saga that might be not long for this world. It is awkward having Urza Saga plus Engineer Explosives, though, not being able to tap. But I guess we're not... I mean, this is also just a small sample size of hands where this is only color-producing land. I need more water. If Rhino costs 3 mana, probably. I mean, it's a 3 mana 4/5. I think that's. I think you need a good argument to not play it. The fact that we can't cast any of these spells is just so awkward. There's an argument for like not playing out these spell bombs, hide the information, because we're probably dead here. Because soon enough, like, this Saga's not going to be able to produce lands or produce mana, right? The thing about Rhino, though, is, like, it's not... it doesn't provide actual, like, card advantage value. So it's probably not, like... Oh, man. It's probably, like, not, like, absurd. Like, it probably sees fringe play just based on how... It probably sees fringe play. It's probably like not tier 1. There's probably a really good tier 2 deck with like Ephemerate. It probably makes the elemental super broken though, because like having like Ephemerate and it pitches to both Solitude and Endurance is kind of absurd. So at 3, it probably is too crazy. It's card advantage with Tasker. If you want to put it that way. If you want to put it that way. Cool. So I don't think we saw any discard spells, right? But I still think it's worth scry tricking at the end of our opponent's turn. I should have bobbled them on their upkeep. Okay. We don't want a Voidwalker or a Mr. Goof. They took the Goof. Plains. I don't think I want the plains, so we're going to shuffle that away. I don't know what we're going to. They're drawing a bauble. 2 fresh cards. Mr. Goof. So they took the Goof. I kind of want to play the Goof. Just means they don't have a bolt. I mean, sorry, it means they have a bolt or a heat. But no way to kill an actual Goof. One lander. One lander. Take that back. Okay. Land would be great for us. Probably the best land ever printed. So, do they have the push? Did they draw the push? Answer's no. Yeah, so they had the heat, which is what we read. So we'll see. So they have no white mana still. Voidwalker. Oh, that's gross. I mean, it grows our Goyf, though. Never mind, I forgot about Voidwalker. There's no instance in the graveyard, so... That's Kaya's Guile, I think. Just because it's the most mana efficient card. We could try to, like, decay the moon. I think it's better just to do this. Oh, decay doesn't actually go to the graveyard for whatever. How's it going, Andrew? Thanks for the sub, buddy. Appreciate it. 6 months, man. That's a long time. Hope you're doing well, buddy. I know you're playing a lot of Fab, right? Flesh and Blood. Oh, it does, huh? Never mind. I'm just being a dummy. I apologize. So they targeted me. A lot of FAP. A lot of FAP. So, like, in these kind of mid-range matchups, them boarding in, like, Alpine Minions just to insert Urza Saga is kind of okay with me. I think we just discard the Vindicate. Interesting that they brought back the Voidwalker just because it can't block. So even if they play the Voidwalker, they're dead. They're drawing a lot of baubles. They still don't have Delirium either. They really need a fetch land. Oh, okay. So they have Prismatic Ending, potentially? Because they shocked it in. Yeah. They're still dead, though? Oh, they could draw into a push. They could draw into a push. Or, yeah, not even a heat. So I guess they attack. Cool. Let's go. Yeah, every mid-range deck should just play this card. It's dumb. It is dumb. 2-0. Let's go. Alright, I'm gonna be right back. I think I need to take my dog out. And I need to refill my water, so just give me like a couple minutes. I will be right back. Oh my goodness. Connor, man, thank you for the raid. I know it's been a couple of minutes. Going AFK at the raid. So, last cock. Put your favorite dog emote when KO comes back from dog duties. Yeah. Watch my hockey team win lose. Are you still in chat, Connor, man? I'm actually kind of curious who your hockey team is. And we can. This person wanted to go outside but didn't want to go pee. Yeah. You didn't go pee, but you wanted to go outside. You wanted to get a breath of fresh air. You're kind of. So, I have a Sharks fan, and do you remember like a couple of years ago, where like the Canucks played the Sharks and we like swept you guys? Oh, dude, I gotta look this video up. Okay, so I don't know how. Like I'm not gonna turn on the audio, but you have to watch this video, Connor Van. Okay, watch this video. It's 3 minutes. That's fucking hilarious. It's a Sharks fan, and he he trolls Canucks fans in Vancouver. It's hilarious. You have to watch this video. It's so funny, dude. But I appreciate the raid, buddy. Hope your stream went well. I know you went like full time, not recently, but kind of fairly recently, right? Thanks, man. Hope your stream has been going well, though. Really appreciate the raid again. There you got all the supporters today. We got a couple of resubs. Comment with the raid. We're 2-0 with Abzan Saga. It's all downhill from here. It's all downhill. We're gonna go 2-3. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. I will say though that the Springleaf drum has been decent though. I really like the Springleaf drum. Rise or die. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Alrighty. We're on the play. Have you seen the blue-eye control deck of Springs and Spike play? Basically, instead of going if you take a Vindicate and Interact. I am not sure. You can post a link if you want to, Rimbones. I'm assuming it's elementals. We can kind of wait on a green source. We can cast all the spells in our hand almost. Like, it's hard to like mulligan this hand if it's only because we don't have a green source. I think that's loose. I think we just take the fairy and pass. Dragon's blue-eye control. In theory, this is a deck where Urza Saga would be very good. Ooh. My, oh my, say it ain't so. That's a good draw too. Green source, thank you. Perfect. We know they have Verdict. Double 3-pack madness, you're off. So we could go Voidwalker Sentinel and just like play into a Verdict, but we have Thoughtseize for it. So I think I Thoughtseize Esper Sentinel. I could also no. They need double white. They're so far off casting the white. If they charm a Thoughtseize, we draw a card off Sentinel, and I'm like very happy with that trade. It's just a matter of how much do I want to commit to the board, knowing that they have no white sources right now. Like I kind of want to like go Sentinel Voidwalker, and the next turn like Thoughtseize, and then just aggro them out. Let's play this Voidwalker first, just to see if they have a counter spell. And then we'll play the Sentinel. Wow. That's fairly aggressive. Because they pitched the verdict too. So we're just going to do this. Let me hide that. No third land. What we want to see. We're going to put Lurrus in hands, but we'll Thoughtseize first. Oh, they have another verdict. They're so far off casting the verdict. I think we just take the verdict because that is the answer. I think we take the verdict because like they'll probably just end it turn Archmage's Charm. We could also like take a charm and then hold up charm, but then like we're not just not attacking. So I kind of just want to take the verdict, even though they're so far off casting it. Like just because they have double charm, I kind of would just take the verdict. I could also take a charm and hold a charm, but then like I could take a charm and hold a charm. So I kind of like taking the charm actually and holding charm. And we can just bring Voidwalker back. So let's actually hold up Archmage's Charm. So if they have the white source, we can Archmage's Charm it. Take that back. Cut. Steer the course, baby. Steer the course. Oh, I know they can't. I can't counter verdict, but so we know they drew this. I think it's worth countering this. And then I'm actually going to play Lurrus here because they can't prismatic ending it. So they could prismatic in the Bob, but then we just bring Voidwalker back and they're under a ton of pressure. So they're just stuck on lands, unfortunately. Yeah. The good thing about this game, though, is for us, is we didn't reveal Urza Saga. So I think that's kind of huge. I'm gonna crack this out in a turn. Bring this back. Equip Shadow Spear to an Esper Sentinel. None of these have Void Condos on it, right? So, no point. I guess we revealed Shadow Spear, but yeah. I guess I shouldn't have played the Spear. Did I reveal? Oh, I revealed Springleaf Drum. I revealed Springleaf Drum. That sucks. That's funny. That's funny. I like how right when you said that last card. Oh, we didn't reveal Springleaf Drum or Shadow Spear. I played a Shadow Spear, arguably unnecessarily, and then I revealed Springleaf Drum. It's really funny. Okay. Control. Vindicate. An Outland Liberator is close because they probably run Chalice too. So I think I want to bring this in just because it answers Wrist in Peace as well. So it has like multiple targets. Lingering Souls is probably a slam dunk. I think Hushbringers can probably come in just because it answers Solitude. So what are the cards we can cut out? The Fatal Pushes can come out. The Portal Hole can come out. Like, Prismatic Ending answers Chalice and Rip. I don't think we need Spellbomb. So we can probably cut that. Do we want Pithing Needle? So, like, the Kihira deck from, like, a couple, like, months ago, they had, like, Celestial Colonnade and Solitude as their win cons and Teferi. So I think I kind of want Pithing Needle, I think. So the next question is, like, do we want Hushbringer? So they have, like, we have, like, these 4 answers to, like, Rip and Chalice. Like, do we want Hushbringer? Yeah, it would only be for Solitude. Yeah, it'd be Guile. Like, but, like, if we cut the Guiles, we literally have no answers to Solitude except for Vindicate. So maybe I just keep 1 Guile for a Vindicate and then, like, bring a Hushbringer in. Because at least Hushbringer can attack. But it does die to Verdict, though, so maybe we want the Torp Orb instead. I mean, it's not free, though. Like, I'll gladly have them 2 for 1 themselves, right? I don't think it's necessarily free. Like, it does ambush us. I think 1 Hushbringer is fine. I think it's better than anything else. Like, unless we want the second Kai'Sa, which oh, crap, I didn't press submit. We don't have a post-war configuration. That's really annoying. This hand's okay, though. Just hope we don't draw Fatal Pushes or anything. Cool, we got turn 1 play. We would have boarded this out, but could be worse. If they go turn 1 to Rip, that sucks. Hopefully they kept a hand reliant on Rip. They could have a Teferi. Okay. Yeah, triple. Drawing the third Goif definitely does not feel good, for sure. Drawing that definitely doesn't feel good either. Damn you, Moto. Just let me draw a card. If they slam it to Teferi, I'm just going to concede. Because we even have a Vindicate either. So. That's fine. I think we're just going to pack it. We're just not worth it. Not worth it. Let me actually sideboard here. And this is where, like, I want the Hushbringer, right? Because then they can't kill our Bobs. You know what I mean? Like their Solitude is, as like a 3 mana, like a 2 for 1 3/2 is like not good. So let me actually sideboard here. Yeah, but I just would rather not play the game with a pre-boarded deck. That's just not where we want to be. I think we trimmed one. I trimmed the spell bomb. Let's try this. Like, we're not going to win that game long term. Like, we can't. I mean, I guess we could answer a rip. But, like, at that point, the game is just, like, too far gone. We also just can't answer. I guess we could answer the Solitude, but I just don't think it's worth it. No, I do not. I most definitely do not. Yeah. I'm probably going to save these baubles, honestly. Cool. Outland Liberator. Let's attack first. I think we're going to just play that Liberator. Yeah, we're gonna play Liberator. Because if they pass the turn, we just get a 3/3 in play. We're just like clocking them. They could Solitude here, but I'm probably gonna bobble here. Oh my gosh, Andrew. Thanks for the 5 gifted subs, buddy. I feel like you haven't been restreaming in a long time. Hope your back's doing better. Man, 5 subs. So B. James, Maximace, Tony, Idaho, and Slater, and DK Jaro. Welcome to the Abzan clan. Again, Andrew, thanks for the 5 subs, buddy. Appreciate it. I think I'm gonna bobble them just because we want to be able to draw into a third land here. Like that. I think we just play our hand out. Take Charm, Thoughtseize. Never mind. I think we take the Spreading Seas. They're getting stuck on 2 lands. So I think I take the Seeds just because we have the Saga in play. We do have double discard spell. So I think I for sure take the Seas with 1. Do I care about this rip? Guess I do. Yeah, I think I go Seize. I could also take the Charm. I'm for sure taking the Seize. That's for sure. We'll make a Saga token. Play Shadow Spear. I guess I don't need to take the Rip because we do have the Liberator in play. So I think I take that to Fairy. They drew the Mystic Gate, unfortunately. Okay. Pet the doggo. I will do that. I have a 3/3 now. So their hand is Charm, Peace, Solitude, Verdict. So attack here. It's a May, right? Defending player. How's it going, Dredgebet? Hope you're well, buddy. No, we're just gonna make tokens. No right angles, not true Abzan. Sorry, buddy. So I'll probably try to draw into a land, which is fine. They can't exactly Verdict here either. Eventually kill all this build. I haven't seriously played Rhinos in a long time though. So I will say though, Urza Saga with Outland Liberator is good because we actually like utilize our mana better. So we'll get another Gala Shrine. Just probably gonna utilize our mana anyway here. Make a construct. So they'll verdict this turn, right? So I guess I got a bobble here. I don't think we need to name Pithing Needle here. Do you want to play around another Archmage's Charm? I don't think so. Probably just do this. They probably have to Solitude here. I guess not. So I guess I'll upkeep Bobble them. Okay. Pay Rhinos. Probably. So they have Solitude and Rip. So they can like Solitude, unfortunately. But then they can't Rip. So unless they like 2-for-1 styles and go Solitude plus Rip, they think that the main phase Solitude and we can get Lurrus, bring back Liberator. But then they still have the Verdict though. Oh, I guess they split the Verdict, right? Sorry. So it's Rest in Peace, Solitude on 3 unknown. We could go Lurrus, bring back. Oh. Okay. Oh, we got a Bob trigger. We got a Bob trigger. So I'm assuming they have a counter spell. So we go Lurrus, Pithing Needle. They're gonna play a counter spell. So I think we just have to. I don't think they'd counter with a needle though. I think they're gonna 100% counter the Lurrus. So I think we go Esper Sentinel first. And that way we can draw a card off the Esper Sentinel. And if we name Needle, they're not going to counter it. So I think we have to bait the counterspell with the Lurrus. And it's like kind of useless anyway because of the rip. If they don't counter it, then we play the Needle. I think our priority is actually pit the Needle more than Lurrus. Because we already have Bob. Or not. Just play out our whole hand. Okay. Yeah. No, I think you're right. But then they could have solituded it too. I was like for sure they were gonna counter the Lurrus, but I guess they do have the solitude in play. Maybe I should attack them. Oh god. Shit. God damn it. Yeah, I thought that they would prioritize the Lurrus, but yeah. Just them having the Solitude looming is also just kind of brutal. Yeah. Yep, sure. Yeah, no, I should have attacked them. How do we get out of this? Yeah, I should attack them, because if I draw Withermoon command, that's an out. Okay. We do have lethal here, though. So they're kind of forced to minus on our... Oh, but they have the Solitude. So they do have the Solitude, unfortunately. Yeah, no, I should have Nito first. You're right, Zeroff. Or, sorry, yeah, you're right, Zeroff. Unfortunate. We drew a land. Solitude here. Oh, was that last god? Sorry. Need to give credit the right person. I could wait until their turn, but I think we need to answer this just because this has lifelink. Yeah, I should attack them because then they're forced to like exile this token. Oh, this game was probably over. Oh, I took the rip away. Now they have flashback with this. Brutal. It's funny. Because they could have been forced to minus that. Well, I guess they have the colony to block, so it doesn't matter at that point. Okay. Good game. I fucked up. That matchup is also just like horrendous too. Like I don't think any version of Abzan has like that matchup is like almost unwinnable. I'd argue. Like the only reason why we won game was because they were stuck on 2 lands. So it's like their whole deck is just so good. And then game 1, like fortunately won because we they were stuck on lands, like I said, but it's just not an ideal matchup, like I said. Sounds okay. Exactly, Matt. But yeah, Last God, thanks for pointing that line out. I think your line was correct though. So they didn't reveal a companion. Scalding Tarn Pass. Why do I feel like this is a Blood Moon deck? Why do I feel like this is a Blood Moon deck? Is it bad of me to like fetch a swamp here? I don't know why, but like it just screams Blood Moon to me, and I don't know why. I guess I should lead on Sentinel. It makes their mana situation a lot worse. I wish that was in my opener. Leading on turn 1 Sentinel would have been very good. Okay. Cool. Do I want to play into a Fury? It's probably like Rhinos, right? Oh, if they have Fury, they have Fury. Yeah, Solitude is kind of nutty. I thought it was more than 65, but fuck me. Oh my gosh. Sentinel didn't do anything. Sure. I just put Lurrus in hand. God damn. That Fury is so good. This matchup is also worse for us just because they have Blood Moons post board. So let's sync position here. Ah. Okay. Do they have another force? We're for sure taking the Fury. I'm just debating if I want to play my Lurrus. I think the answer is no. I think I'm going to save the Lurrus for next turn where we can go Lurrus plus Bob. Sucks that like Rhinos are just like constantly looming. Forest. That's the card that they drew. Saga would be great right about now. So do this. So they'll probably Prismari command the Lurrus. Which we still get draws off Bob, though. Okay. They discarded the 2 cards, so I don't know any of the cards in their hand. Okay. Wow. That's really good. That's really good too. I think I'm gonna have to like preserve my life total a little bit, so I'm gonna have the prismatic ending of the Spyro. And just hope they have nothing. Just gotta hope that they just never draw a Rhino spell, right? That's kind of awkward. So you're saying there's a chance. Say there's a chance. Never mind. Okay. I'm gonna say the Mars Flats. Go to 7. I mean, we couldn't fade Rhino draws for too long. They're almost halfway through the deck. Okay. Exactly, dirty one. Exactly. Exactly. Rhinos. Magistrate. This answer's Blood Moon, so I'm gonna put that in. Spellbound doesn't do anything. Portable Hole does answer Rhino, so we'll keep that. I wish this destroyed Blood Moon. I really wish it was just an abrupt decay effect. I really wish we had Saga in the game 1, since they don't have Blood Moon's game 1, but now they have Blood Moon's game 2. Ooh, Aether Storm Rhinos is a good suggestion, dirty one. Very good suggestion. I think you want the Vindicate. Yeah. One of the two, right? We have a lot of answers to Rhino. I guess we are Blood Moon proof through the Springleaf Drum. Maybe we like trim a Sentinel. It's not great. We can trim a Saga. And maybe we don't want Kaya's Guile. It's like so expensive just to answer a Rhino, right? Okay. How much do we want to play around Blood Moon with this Voidwalker? That's the real question. Fucking Fury. It's so brutal. Yeah. Oh, because Charlotte is an artifact, notably. You're definitely right, Last God. We're not going to get any value off Scry tricking here, so we're just going to bubble them. Okay. So that's kind of nice, because if they do try to fire, we draw a card. They're not gonna fire. So let's Thoughtseize. Double fire. Oh, it's just... Oh, sorry, this is Dead Gone. So they don't want to Dead Gone my... I guess they could Dead Gone my Esper Sentinel, which I don't really care. I think we're going to just answer the Rhinos. Sure. So they have Fire and Ice, Land, Unknown. Can I afford to play around Blood Moon? I think the answer is no. So maybe I should just play the Saga, so we can start Sagaing the following turn. Tough to say. Disclife is a nice 5/6 though. Void Mirror stops are baubles though. That is a notable nombo. I wonder if they'll Fire Ice or Overgrown Tumor Gala Shine. Maybe it's an argument for waiting. Thank you. I didn't want them. I don't care to be off black. I really wanted to play the Tarmogoyf Solomon Brophy. I wanted to get my bubbles to keep on Rhinos. That's fair too. I think that's a fair assessment. So we're just kind of leaning on these constructs to win this game, I think. Oh, that's brutal. That is brutal. Oh, man. That was a blowout. Should I have played around Endurance there? I don't think I can, right? That really sucks. This hole also doesn't kill anything either. God damn. No, they don't Sullivan Trophy. Exactly. Do they have the Brazen Borrowers? We're gonna get Shadow Spear here. Oh, okay. That's pretty decent. Well, this is Alker because he also destroys our constructs, which is funny. So they could Violent Outburst here, right? So do we just equip the Shadow Spray to a construct and just attack? They block. Gain 5. I think that's fine. We do get blown up by Brazen Borrow though. Let's just attack. This doesn't play around Violent Opera. Oh. Sure. So I'm kind of glad we did that then. So we do this. Damn, that endurance was brutal. Go to 7. Sure. So I could make my own Rhinos with Voidwalker too. Braves went to win the World Series? Interesting. I was rooting for the Braves just because how about everyone hates the Astros. It sucks because I actually like Jose Altuve, but the whole cheating thing made me kind of leave a sour taste in my mouth about Altuve. So I can go Sentinel. I could also hole a Rhino too. I could Esper Sentinel for free because of the drum. And I could E for 0. But then they sell the Charless and the Endurance. I could also swap my board for a couple 4/4s. You could also explosives for 3. But then we're still short. I managed to crack this turn. So I could go Sentinel. I could go Sentinel EE. I kind of have to answer the Rhinos, though. So I could go Sentinel EE. Brazen Bar does not have a void counter, so we can... So I could Sentinel E for 0, crack it. And then make a couple Rhinos with the Voidwalker. Oh, but then we lose our construct. We could just EE. I could also just equip this Shadow Spear to this Voidwalker. And then we gain a bunch of life. So I get equip Shadow Spear, go to 11. And I could also just portable hole a Rhino too. Yeah. I think I like that. I could also just like pass, and then if I draw a land, I can EE for 3. So I think I kind of want to hold the EE. 6, 9. If they have, yeah, we can't do anything else than that. Like if they have exactly Prismora Command, we die because they shatter my construct and then shock me and then kill me. So, oh, okay. Yeah, now E for 0 sounds better. Oh. Well, since we're gonna E, we can either E on 3 or E on 0, and I think E on 0 is a safer play. So I think I block the Endurance here. Like that. So we can E for 0. Crack it. I think I like E for 0, crack it, and then make Rhinos, and then equip a Rhino with the Shadow Spear. No, I want to make mana with the Construct first. I can also make mana with the Sentinel. Yeah, let's attack with the Construct. Great, thanks for a sub, buddy. Appreciate it. Thanks for the support, buddy. Really, I'm gonna lose this match because of you, but you know, details. If they take it, that's also just 5 free damage, I think. Yep. Let's cast this. So crack this. Do this. I'll make red mana. Equip here. Now we're in a decent spot. We do kind of get out blown out by Bears and Borrow though, but they also can attack here. So this Springleaf drum has been good. I think that's definitely a good inclusion in this Urza Saga deck. Even though we have 24 lands, it's definitely been pulling a lot of weight here. As a Shadow Spear. I was told I'm contractually obligated to show up and support the Abzan Diamonds, also the baby names. Sure, buddy. Whatever you say. Okay. Wow, they let me draw? Oh. What do they have here? Interesting. That bolt? There's no bolts, right? Yeah, they can't run bolt. Well, I'm sorry, like a bolt effect. Like, why would they do that? Oh, they shattered my shattering spree. That's unfortunate. Well, we just put Lurrus in hand. I only have one basic swamp, right? Yeah. I don't want to die to fire and ice, so we'll just attack. Okay. Alrighty. Cool. Kill him with our own rhino. We are allowed to win with rhinos, not anyone else. Only us. Only we are allowed to win with rhinos and magic. It's a rule of thumb. Okay. Run it back. That's not a real rhino. Of course. You're not wrong, last guy. You're not wrong. We're okay. We're Blood Moon proof. Pull low into 6. As a winning with Rhino, name of my iconic duo. Exactly, Grace. Exactly. So the Voidwalkers are impressive. That's the card that I was kind of iffy about in this deck. It doesn't pull enough weight. Boo Rights and Thractos. Who plays standard here? Get out of here, Dirty Gun. Okay. So, depending on what we draw here, I think we're just going to bobble our opponent. I think it's worth playing our Blood Moon, but we'll bobble them first. Force of Vigor. Okay. We don't care about Force of Vigor. We do care about that Endurance, though. We do care about that Endurance. That Endurance is going bye-bye. Grixis in Shadow. No, Last God, no. Okay. So we're going to bobble them. So we now have full information of what they're going to draw next turn as well. Season Prior Manager that cannot cast. So we're going to just play this Goyf and just beat down with this Goyf. Just Goyf all the way. That is our win con there. And to the Rhinos too. Perfect. Perfecto. So I'm assuming they'll play the island here. So next year we'll go Thoughtseize plus Tarmogoyf. They get Prismari. Oh. Play the land opponent. Okay. Hand is Force, Prismari, Command, Fury, Season Primancer. Cool. So we're going to Thoughtseize first. There's no instance in the yard, and they might cast this in response. And if they don't, I'll probably take this. How's it going, Rounsley? Hope we're doing well. We beat 2 Lurrus monkey decks, and then we lost to Blue Eye Control. I think I take the Prismari command here. Yeah, I just take the Prismari command. Yeah. I think I would have casted a response. But who knows? You're trying real hard to tell Kat that he's missing Rainpoint Rhinos in this deck. Exactly. I mean, unfortunately, they drew the Spyro, but then they have to discard Fury, which is kind of not nothing, right? Yep. Like, they're under a lot of pressure now. Because even if they draw Endurance, Goif is still a 3/4. Okay. So they kill a Bob. That's fine. Saga. So we're going to be left with a Goif. They're going to have no board with a Spyro in the graveyard. Oh. They're going to take it. I went 2-2 splitting matches with Blur Control, beating Yawgmoth, and punching sword against Horsey. How did the deck feel, though, Rounsley? They're attacking. What does that mean? I think we're just attack with 1. Never mind, we're attacking both because you can Lurrus spring back something. Sure. Cool. So we'll just Lurrus. Bring back Bob. Oh, that's a fair line, too. That's a fair line, too. I kind of was... Yeah, that's a fair line, too. Dirty one. I like that line, too. We Spark felt good. Grimflare was always a 4-4 except once, and dug to hate cards. Folks started prioritizing with removal. Yeah, I had this experience Voidwalker, too. Voidwalker won our match game, too, where we got to cast our own Crashing Footfalls. And then we strapped a Shadow Spear to it. So, I think I like Voidwalkers more, but it's probably just like a meta call, if anything. I was able to like Archmage's Charm with Voidwalker too, which is nice. Yeah, I think Voidwalker is better than Grimflare based on my data. And I also want to note, Roundsy, that Springleaf Drum was very, very good. Very, very, very good. I think Springleaf Drum should be an absolute addition to the deck. You tuned in, you didn't lose. You tuned in and we're gonna 3-2. We're making progress, Grayus. We're making progress. I'm gonna get some more water real quick. I'm sorry. That was a long match. I'm gonna just give me a couple, just a minute or two, and we're gonna continue last league. Alrighty, last match. I'm just glad we didn't get Blood Moon too. Like when we get Blood Moon, that match is horrendous. But then like Springleaf Drum also helps play through Blood Moon too, right? Like I think this card is just like very good in this deck because it helps cast spells too. And just like going like turn 1 Sentinel, cast something with the drum in play, just like the tempo that we can utilize, like we can actually utilize the tempo that we gain off the drum, which I kind of have reservations about, but like in practice, just based on the games today, it's felt very, very good. So I'm pretty happy. The only thing I might want to change is a Triome. I would definitely want to add a Triome. It might just be over the Goddess Shrine, but I'm gonna have to double check how many white sources, twin white sources we have for the Esper Sentinel. I will say though, Rounsley, the Withering Moon command was good. We didn't cast it, but it got discarded off an Inquisition, and the card I forget what card was left, but like it was like a banger. So like it showed the value of how good Withering Moon command is because we could have just brought back a Saga. But Saga has been very, very good. Like I think this is definitely something I kind of want to keep tuning. Like I don't know if this is better as a Soulgate Lantern, like main deck. Maybe I want a Spellbomb, and then maybe this postboard one could be a Soulgate Lantern. I'm not sure. But I will say though that Outland Liberator is a lot better with Urza Saga because like you can actually like just say go. You know what, Grace? It's about time I ban you. Just kidding. Gigantha, huh? So is this Tron or is this that mono white deck that Aspiring Spite brewed up? Either way, this hand's pretty solid. We go turn 1 Sentinel, turn 2 Bob or Goyf. If they do Tron, they might go turn 1 map. We can Prismatic Ending it. I know I'll control track. I'll get to play Green Biz. You bring up a good point. I was actually toying around like Black Green, right? And there are some lists that run Black Green with Saga, but there aren't that many. Thanks for the card drop, buddy. There aren't that many enablers, right? Thoughtseize. Oh, I really want a Thoughtseize. So I guess we can get an Ogre Tomb here, and then Inquisition. And then see if we want a Prismatic Ending the Chromatic Spear. And if we do, we will. Their hand is ass. So they'll draw Tron. So I think I'll take the scrying. Take that. Highlight Sentinel tonight. They've been drawing silver cards. They've been okay. Like against the blue-white opponent, like, or sorry, the Rakdos opponent, like they were like, gonna pay one. They were very reluctant. They were like killing the Sentinels out of like they like put an E on one and killed the Sentinel with the Saga in play, and I could have tutored something. Like the Sentinels definitely warped the game for sure. Don't want to let me draw a card upon it. Excuse me. Okay. So kind of want to play Bob here. I would like to draw a land. Thank you. And I would like to draw another land and we can double spell the following turn. But Sentinel 1's pretty decent. At least in this game, right? So we'll play a Bob to try to draw cards. There's an argument for playing the Goyf because it's a bigger clock, but it's also 2 power too, so it's not really doing anything right now. Gonna let me draw? Gonna let me draw? So they could TKS next turn. Okay. Thanks, deck. I'll yield to that. I don't think we're gonna play around mine all is dust. I think that's too loose. We'll upkeep bobble them though. Okay. Okay. Let me draw. they interesting. I'm surprised they didn't crack and play the mine because they just didn't play a land. Interesting. I'm gonna get a Shadow Spear. So let's. I could equip Shadow Spear. Do I have lethal? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We don't. So I don't. I'm not gonna equip the Shadow Spear. Let's Thoughtseize. I really wish I hit an Ulamog here. So we're gonna bubble trick ourselves at the end of turn. Gonna attack. So we gotta dodge all of us one time. Or Oblivion Stone. I guess all of this doesn't really do it because this is constant. Oh my god, no way. Damn it. Damn it. Prismatic ending. We don't want it. Oh. Okay, so if they TKS us, they lose. So we're just gonna play out our hand, I think. Because of the fact that they can TKS us next turn. Oh my gosh. So Voidwalker has a lot of text here. Voidwalker actually is good. Make a sack, make a 1/1, and it doesn't make a token. Like, they don't get a die trigger here. This card is so good. So much utility. I didn't want to do that, Phoenix Icon, because I wanted to get aggro there. Like, make them have it, right? Like, I don't think casting a TKS doesn't... Like, if they cast a TKS, we win the game. Is, I guess, my argument there. Spellbomb can come out. Portable Hole is kind of whatever. If they have a Chalice, like we have, it's probably on one that counters it. You could probably kill a Relic, but we also have Ending, Command, and Decay for the Relic. So I want the Vindicate and the Outland Liberator, and that's probably it, right? Maybe Lingering Souls, but... So, are they on E-Tron or regular Tron? It looks like they're on regular Tron with Thought-Knot Seers main, because they had Chromatic Stars and Spears. So this Sentinel is like, okay. So I think we want Pithing Needle for Karn. We'll keep these. I don't think we want the pushes, just because they're kind of dead, honestly. I think I'd rather cut all 3 pushes and have Lingering Souls. And if we need an answer to TKS, like our Tarmogoyfs are just art average bigger, and then we have Kai's Guile. I think I'd rather just have Lingering Souls. And these Goy should outsize them too. Yeah, let's go with this. Lurrus. We'll keep. What could go wrong with this hand? Pull him all into 5. What could go wrong with this hand? What could go wrong? So we're gonna Inquisition here. So let's bubble trick ourselves. Springleaf Drum, we do not want that. So Overgrown Tomb. We're gonna take the Stirrings, because that's the only card they could really cast. Chaos? That's a good question for Rounsley. I have yet to cast Witherbloom Command in this league. I think the last league that I did play it, I brought back a land and brought back a Saga and I think drained two or killed a monkey or something. Jesus Christ, why? Okay. Kaya's Guile. I guess I want a Kaya's Guile. Should have taken the scrying, huh? I'm just kind of testing with their own command. Oh, they drew the fucking tower. Well, this card is very embarrassing when they have Tron. Okay. I think I'm gonna play Lurrus. I'm gonna put Lurrus in hand. And I'm gonna not crack the bubble. Oh, never mind. I am gonna crack the bubble. Just have Giganta, Blast Zone. Ooh, Thragtusk. Do they have green mana? That's the real question. They don't have green mana. They have Giganta, Thragtusk. I could draw Vindicate. They dealt with the Ugin. I guess we could theoretically win with Saga. We could theoretically win with Saga. This is not colorless, unfortunately. We're gonna play the Lurrus just because we know it's gonna die. So I'll probably... They could either plus or... I guess we want them to minus, right? Because we're gonna start wanting to attack them with the constructs. I think it's worth more than the card. Lack of clock is big oof. You were not wrong, Last God. I mean, if they don't have green mana, we can theoretically win with the constructs. They answered our Springleaf Drum. Interesting. I did bring in Pithia Needle. That is a good note. Good to know. Good point, Rounsley. We just need to just not draw any green mana for their payoffs here. Yeah, you're probably right. Oh, Oblivion Stone, so brutal. So do we have to name Oblivion Stone with this? Hmm. Just 3 damage. So kills our Ugin. Or sorry, kills our construct. Yeah, I should have got Saga going last turn. So that's kind of a misplay on my end. Yeah, I should have kind of wanted to get the Bob going too. Okay, still no green mana. So we could kill Ugin here. This is a crazy game. Like, this game is actually kind of crazy. Yep. Get to keep our Bob. That's actually really good for us. Yeah, but I should have played the Saga first, like a couple of turns ago. That was definitely a misplay on my end. Okay. So we'll make a construct. We're one artifact short from being able to take this Ugin down. So we'll play the Bauble, make a construct, attack the Ugin. How do I have 7? I don't have 7, right? I think I got a Lingering Souls here. Yeah, me not playing that Saga that one turn really cost me the game, I think. We could have answered this Ugin now, and then we could just be, like, totally going ham. That being said, we're not out of this game yet. Because we make a construct, we can get a Shadow Spear. I think we're just leaving this ball and play uncracked just to keep the constructs big. They minused 1. Do they have another Ugin? I don't know why our opponent -1 there. They could have just -0'd. Oh my god. Opponent. What are you doing? Excuse me. Oh, Tron players, you know. 5, 10, 12. Yeah, we're just gonna keep. Just Tron things. Just Tron things. I mean, it's better than just losing the Walker for nothing. Literally nothing, though, right, Chaos? You got Alpha Lingering Souls. Not wrong. Not wrong. I mean, we would have taken it down, and then they're just facing lethal here. These constructs are just so beefy. Look at these guys. It doesn't get Ugin, too? Okay. They can get a Forest, and they can get Thrak Tusk down. Or a Worm Coil. And if it's a Worm Coil, we just win. Because we just decay. Yeah, okay. It's 15. Still, let's... We need an artifact off the top to win the game. Oh, we just put Lurrus in and bring ball. Oh, no, we don't have Lurrus in hand anymore. They got Ugin away. So we need an artifact off the top to win. No. 7, 13, 14, 15. Never mind. This is just... I think they're dead anyway. I mean, sorry, I shouldn't be saying this. Like, I assuming that they if we don't have the removal spells. Should I? I was like, should I Witherbloom command first? I don't have enough mana. Yeah, Urza Saga is dumb. Like, we just 2-0 Tron. And, like, they had an Ugin in play, and, like, we beat an Ugin. Like, no biggie. And I misplayed there, too. This card is dumb. Getting Pithing Needle, too, off the Urza Saga is pretty good, too. Just naming the Ugin. Like, that was pretty clutch as well. You're gonna make you buy sagas. It's definitely something that I've been reluctant to do. And then I saw Francisco play like a black green deck, and I was in his stream when Francisco was like I was chatting with him, and he was like, yeah, like, you should be playing Saga in a mid-range deck. Like, why am I not? And I'm like, well, how much are you building around Saga, and how much weight does Saga pull? And he like if you look at his black green like it's like a Reclaimer list that he built around, like, it's like Reclaimer and Urza Saga. Like, it's like, yeah, sure, Reclaimer can tutor Saga, but like there's like no other like real artifacts that's built around it. And he's like, the Saga pulls so much of it. He kind of was like, okay, it made me think about it. And then Rounsley in chat kind of brewed up an Abzan list that was kind of more built around Urza Saga. He had like artifact lands that come into play tapped, like the dual lands. Forget that's like the bridges or something, right? It's like black white artifact land constantly tap, black green, and then the green white. So those lands are like good and bad. Like, it pulled a lot of weight in terms of like it made my constructs huge. Like, this game is kind of a bad example because there's 6x's, but like more often than not, like, constructs are like 3/3s, but like in that deck, like in that version, like the constructs are like easily 5/5s and 6s early on in the game. And just strapping a Shadow Spear to it is very, very good. So that kind of like maybe actually try it, because Rounsley was kind of testing for his local, I think it was like a 1K or 2K. So I was like, sure, I'll try it out. And like after that, like Saga like single-handedly wins games. And in this game right here, where like I was very behind, I was actually about to concede. Just when they slammed Ugin, and then Rounsley was like, "I have Needle in the deck, right?" And I'm like, I do have Pithing Needle in the deck. I just searched Pithing Needle with Urza Saga, and then our opponent couldn't do anything, and I had constructs, and Ugin couldn't kill these constructs. It killed one construct, and I punted where they shouldn't have been able to kill a construct. So I really like this build. This build feels really good. Sentinels, I think, are okay. But I think it being an artifact pulls enough weight. And I've drawn plenty of cards against Tron, like the game when I drew so many cards off this Esper Sentinel. Not that that's the matchup where the drawing cards off Sentinel really matters. Myself, Dota, too. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Thank you for tuning in. But like this card is okay enough and pulls enough weight, especially since we have Force Saga. I think 24 lands is where you want to be with Force Saga. The Portable Hole is, I think, another concession to building Rhinos of Saga, and we did get to exile a Rhino, and it grew a construct, just that extra point of damage, so I do like it. The Voidwalkers, I think, was something that I was kind of iffy about, but it's definitely pulled weight. Like, it cast a Crashing Footfalls, it was really good against control, and it was really, really good against the Lurrus deck. So I think this is like a really good 2-shop. I really like this list. I think the only thing I'm going to do is try to fit a Triome somewhere, because we do have like Saga, like fetch, and it's like, well, if we need all 3 colors in one land, we need that Triome. So I'm going to kind of think about what I want to cut for the Triome. It might just be a Blooming Marsh, or a Godless Shrine. And the sideboard's kind of just like a wash. I feel like it's kind of just good cards in the meta. There's nothing that's glaringly I don't want, and then there's nothing glaring that I really want. I'm definitely down to hear suggestions for what I can include in the sideboard, but I think 2 Torpor Orb is kind of where you want to be. 2 Lingering Souls on the side. They've been very, very good out of the board against like the Lurrus monkey decks. Atlan Liberator is fantastic. I think this is out of all the Abzan build, this is the best build for Atlan Liberator, just because we can just Saga. Like, we can go turn 2 Atlan Liberator, turn 3 Saga, past turn we have a 3/3. So like this synergy of Liberator plus Saga is so good. I don't think we want more than one in the sideboard, but you cannot, like, if the meta goes back to a very hammer heavy meta, like I could so totally see running more of these, and having it with Sagas are so good. So kind of excited to build more on this list. Again, I think the only change that I might made is just add a Triome main, and we went 4-1, right? So no complaints. Pretty happy with the list. So I'll probably stream this again on Thursday. League number 2. Sorry, Lost God. I'm gonna have to call it. I have to work tomorrow in the morning, so I'm gonna wanna get some sleep. It is 9 o'clock. I have to wake up at like 6 in the morning to get to work. So appreciate the support, though, Lost God. I'm going to move something into the board for Mo. There were 3 players on the mill preparing the 1K. I mean, you could just run like Gaia's Blessing if you're really scared of mill. That's really the only mill tech that you can really play, because you can't play Endurance. So like if you want to play one Gaia's Blessing, like if you just want to copy my 75 outside of, like, I highly suggest adding a Triome. Like, you could easily just cut a if it's a Metacall, Magistrate, 1 Brutality, even a Vindicate. Like, I can see any of those. There's definitely numbers you could play around for sure. How does this look without Lurrus? I don't think you want to not play Lurrus. I think Lurrus, like, with Urza Saga, you definitely want to be lower to the ground, because you're going to spend most of your mana on making a construct. So, like, you want to, for sure, have the mana to, like, make a construct and do something, especially with the drum. If Lurrus gets banned, I think that's hard to say. I feel like the list really doesn't change much in a vacuum, but the meta will for sure change, right? There'll be less one mana permanents and 2 mana permanents, right? Like in the meta overall. Like obviously if they ban Lurrus but not Monkey and Darcy and Monkey are still going to see play, but like in an overall like holistic point of view, I'm guessing there'll be less 1 mana and 2 mana spells because there's less of an incentive to go that low, which makes Portable Hole a lot worse. So stuff like Portable Hole wouldn't be that great, but again, it's a meta call, and it's hard to say how Alyssa will look if something were to get banned because we're so reactive. Like we are a 100% reactive deck, and we can't just like assume something and then see how deck will change because there's gonna be metas where like Voidwalker's good, Voidwalkers are bad. There's gonna be metas where Hexdrinkers are really good, and they're really bad right now. Like Hexdrinker is like the worst position that's ever been for the card itself. And there's metas where Hexdrinker is absolutely fantastic. So it's hard to say, but I think in a vacuum it wouldn't change much because you do want to stay lower to the ground. Like the Kai's Gall could be just a flex slot for something else, right? So yeah, I really appreciate everyone hanging out. I do want to give a couple shout outs. I want to give a shout out to Fluffy Wolf, Last God, Capolo, and Ixatheris and Grizz for the subs. Really appreciate it. I appreciate all the support, you guys. Really, it makes streaming a lot more fun, obviously, when people are hanging out and tuning in. So appreciate all y'all for tuning in, hanging out, watching me try to fine tune Abzan, which feels like a very uphill battle, but I feel like we're getting closer with the addition of Urza Saga. And I also want to give a shout out to Connorman for the raid. So I want to appreciate everyone again. Thank you so much. It makes streaming so much fun. If you want to support the channel, you guys can hit that follow button. If you guys want to check out my past streams, you guys can go to my YouTube, go to my Twitter for stream updates. That's when I post when I go live. You guys can join the Discord. We have some active discussions with the spoilers that are coming out. Chaos, thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you. So yeah, my next stream will be Thursday. Again, I'll probably be playing this Abzan Saga list, but with some minor changes probably. There is no one playing Modern today. Hey, there's me. But there's no one playing Modern. Who do we want to raid, y'all? Who do we want to raid? I don't know. No one's playing Modern, so it's like we're gonna raid someone that isn't playing Moto. Like that sucks. Does anyone have any suggestions? If not, I'm just gonna pick a random arena streamer. Yeesh. I mean, not that really rated an arena streamer. Which blows. No wonder we're having 670 viewers here because no one else is playing Modern. Oh man! Oh, thanks for your ideas, Rounsley. I'm sure we'll definitely talk after. I definitely think I'm close with my list. It feels fantastic. You hit the nail on the head about adding Urza Saga to the deck, though. You were 100% correct about that. We definitely. Like, the card is so powerful in a vacuum that, like, we need that card. Like, we need that boost in power level. Oh, man, I need to disable the sound alerts because it's broken. Sorry. I don't know, man. This Source is playing fucking, man, this is, like, bare bones, man. I don't know. Air Bubbles cosplay. You are the lucky winner here. Again, appreciate it for tuning in and out. I mean, you're close to me playing Tron, kind of. Not really, like 10% the way there. Catch you guys next time on Thursday. Let's send some love to Air Bubbles cosplay. Take it easy, stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll catch you hopefully on Thursday. Take care. Bye. That's funny.